Hi everybody, welcome back to the Wildlife Research Foundation. My name's Hank Goodman and it is December 29th. It is a balmy 6 degrees out and 14 below with the wind chill. We are heading out to the bear site that we picked that was Spunky. Now we were out here about 2 weeks ago. We've got everything together to put the unit in today. Now I said earlier that there were going to be 3 stages to this, and that's changed. We're going to try to do this in 2 stages. The first stage was locating the site, which we did, our sow named Spunky. And then the second stage, we're going to try to wrap everything up today. And we're doing this with 3 different crews. It's going to be myself, my brother Bert, and Mike McCullen from North Maine Woods. We're going to be in there. It's going to be Randy Cross and his crew from the Department of Inland Fish and Wildlife for the state of Maine. They'll be handling the bear, and we're also going to have Brad Libby, and he has the business called Motor Brain, and he's going to be handling all the technical stuff out there with the satellite and making sure the battery packs and everything else out there is running. Now we're on our way to a location where we're all going to get together and get everybody on the same page. We have a couple hours to do this, and it has to be run like a fine oil machine. So that's what we're going to be doing next, and we're on our way there now. So we'll see you when we get to the meeting point and when we get everybody together before we head into the site. So I'll see you there. All right, we just arrived here. We're at the denning site of Spunky. We just showed up with everybody, with Brad and his team and Randy and his team. And he's going to go in and get the bear all calmed down, so then we can go in and we can install our unit here that houses the satellite and the generators and all that, get the camera in the den. And what's going to happen is that only one of us can go in, so Bert will go in with the camera and he's going to get on film what Randy and his crew is going to do. So you're going to see that in just 1 minute. Okay, we're back here. Randy's with me. Now Randy, tell everybody what you're going to be doing right now.
Okay, we're going to go into the den as quietly as possible and try to inject the bear with the drug. It's basically a syringe on the end of a 4-foot pole, and we'll try to get the drug in the bear, and it takes about 10 minutes for that to take effect, and once she's asleep then we'll all move in and try to install our cameras and all that.
You figure we have about 2 hours?
Should probably be down to should be sleeping for close to 2 hours.
So we're going to be a fine oiled machine here.
Yeah, hopefully we can get it all done. Yeah.
Randy, tell me a little bit about Spunky here.
Well, she's 15 years old, which is about as good as it gets for a bear in the wild in Maine. It's probably be one of her best years. Anywhere between 12 and 18, usually. They're doing the best that they can be doing. She's snoring, that's good. Pull that collar off. I think we can take it right off. She's only got one little tag left. That's the color she had on. We'll put this leather piece in case it stops working, so the bear doesn't have to carry it for their entire life. The leather will deteriorate and break. She's had a collar on since she was 1 year old, so for the last 14 years she's carried the collar. Nice looking bear. It's fairly dark face bear. She's beautiful chest blaze. I could see it when I jabbed her. I got her right in the bicep, the right bicep. She had her head right there. I kind of wish I had you in a better camera angle for that. Not gonna come out of there.
Here we are. We're going to bring in our equipment here. We got it rigged up to go in deep snow. However, this year we don't have much snow to go by. So we're going to slide her down to its position and set her up. Go ahead.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Bear Goodman. I'm Hank's brother, the one always running the camera. We are at Spunky's den. We have Lisa Bates in the bear den. She is the IF&W bear mole. She's the one that goes in and gets them. And what we're doing is we're going to set this camera way up in this hollow stump and see if we can get some nice footage of Spunky during the winter. Wish us luck.
Are we going to be able to view the live feed up there once we get it installed?
That's the plan.
Bert, can we take that wire over this? We've handled this bear since she was a 5-pound cub. We've handled her in 15 dens before this one, so this makes 16 times. So this is something that's been a part of her life, her entire life, every den that she goes into. And it's not something we look forward. I mean, we don't feel great about disturbing them in the den, but it's that offers us a chance to collect information that we wouldn't get otherwise, and it's better for the management of all the bears. This bear kind of got drafted into a program because her mother had a radio collar on. Then she became a research subject, and it's not that we are able to actually get volunteers from the bear population, but a certain number of bears represent the bears living in this type of habitat, and she's one of them that represents this study area.
Well, the main goal here is that we can collect more data, and with help from people out there, we can supply Maine Fish and Wildlife with what you need in order to even do, I don't know how you can do a better job than what you're doing, but to have more on hand to work with.
Absolutely, and we also have a bear orphan program that needs help too, and we raise orphan cubs that lost their mother either in usually in a car collision, and without help they wouldn't be able to survive, and we're able to raise them and put them back in the wild and live in the wild like a bear should.
Well, I tell you what, I think this was a great day. It was, like I said, the quickest 2 hours of my life, and it's about 15 below zero, but it doesn't feel it. And I just want to say thank you to Randy and his crew. Have been tremendous. Thanks
Good
again,
job.
Randy.
Everybody did a great job.
Okay, we just placed Spunky back in her den, and everything seems to be going good. I'm standing with a person that I've known for many, many years. His name is Mike McClellan, and he works for North Maine Woods. And without people like Mike and the things that he does, we couldn't get this kind of job done. So, Mike, if you could take a couple minutes here and fill everybody in on what you do with North Maine Woods.
I appreciate that. You're very generous with your words. But, I just want to say I'm really I feel grateful that I could be a part of this today.
Oh, Mike, we appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I guess first thing to say would be what North Maine Woods is.
Yep.
Actually, North Maine Woods, for many people that don't know what North Maine Woods is or where it's even at, it's actually a region of northwestern Maine. It encompasses 3.5 million acres of private forest land. These are all private forest landowners, as well as there's Maine Public Reserve lands, and North Maine Woods is also home to the Allagash Wilderness Waterway and the headwaters of the St. John River. I work for North Maine Woods nonprofit organization, which was started back 40 years ago. In fact, 2011 was our 40th anniversary. It was actually a concept that private landowners came up with back in 1971, and they wanted a way to manage the public access to their private lands. And 40 years later, here we are, and what North Maine Woods Organization does is we actually manage the public access to the 3.5 million acres. We're nonprofit, so all the monies that are collected for access fees as well as camping, we have over 300 campsites that we maintain throughout the 3.5 million acres. All these monies go towards keeping the organization going and keeping this beautiful countryside open to the public.
Now, how many landowners are in this 3.5 million acres?
There are quite a few. I couldn't give you an exact number, but it's
a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
A dozen to 20 different landowners that make up in the North Maine Woods region.
Well, being here in the North Maine Woods, and this is where our Spunky is, and this is where we had to go. I had a lot of questions about this country. Mike was the guy I contacted. Of course, Johnny on the spot, he got right back to me. And I'm just saying, Mike, I'm glad that you were here with us today.
I appreciate it.
And Mike is also going to be the man that'll be tending this operation also when Bert and I aren't available, and we appreciate that too.
Absolutely. Very good to say and mention is the fact that the relationship that private landowners have with the people of Maine is something that is very special in itself. These are private lands, and because of that relationship that these landowners have with the people of Maine, people can come and actually enjoy these private lands. So we certainly have to thank the landowners for that.
Oh, definitely. And without them, we wouldn't be here doing what we could do.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Mike.
All right.
Thanks again.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Oh,
Sure.
our pleasure. Okay, we moved to a different location because we want Spunky just to start relaxing. But I'm here with Lisa Bates. She is a wildlife technician for the state of Maine, and she is also Randy's right hand. And Lisa has an incredible job. She's known as the
Den mole.
And why don't you explain to everybody just exactly what that is?
My job as a den mole is to go in and either A, if she hasn't been tranquilize her, or B, if she has been tranquilized, make sure that everything is okay, pull the cubs out if she has cubs. This year we don't have cubs with Spunky because she hasn't given birth yet, but in other den situations, sows either have cubs or they have yearlings, so my job is to go in there, make sure everything's okay, pull them out, put them back in. So a lot of my job is going in and out of the den.
Well, I've seen her at work, and I'll tell you, I've been doing this, or I've been in the bear thing for 27 years, and to watch her work, I just can't get enough of it. It's an unbelievable sight. But it's people like Lisa and Randy and Brad and everybody here, and I can't say this enough, it's people like them that made this happen. If you can look in the background and see just exactly where we are, this is no easy task. So Lisa, I want to thank you and your crew,
No, thank you.
and it's going to be a great thing to watch.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm standing here with Brad Libby, and Brad is the owner of Motor Brain out of Lincoln, Maine, and he is the technical part of what we had to do and bring this all together. And I'll tell you, if you wanted to put a surveillance camera on the moon, this is the man. And Brad, if you can just tell everybody what it took for us to get to, we just left the bear site. If you could tell us what it took to put us to this point.
Well, the challenge was the remoteness of the den. If we were near civilization, we could have used a wireless or a cell 3G signal, but because we were really remote, at least 40, 50 miles out in the woods, we had to use satellite as a transport, and I'd like to thank HughesNet for providing us that satellite transport. We were able to get the uplink we needed to get sufficient quality video and run actually 2 cameras simultaneously, continuously. The challenge, of course, is with it being remote, you might get it.
Now, how happy were you when you flipped your camera open, hit the button, and the bear was on?
Well, I opened my laptop and saw the bear in there, and everything working correctly. It was really rewarding.
And you just checked it off your cell phone?
Just checked it on my cell phone.
And she's still there?
She's still right there.
And looks happy.
And she seems happy. So it'll be fun to watch this evolve, and hopefully do a couple more.
Well, let's hope we get some Spunky addicts out there and keep in tune. And Brad, I just want to say thank you very much, and we'll be closely in touch. And thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Well, okay, Spunky is now in the den, and the Wildlife Research Foundation just wanted to say thank you to this crew. This is the kind of talent that it took to put something like this together. And once again, we wanted to gather everybody up in this shot so we could just say thank you, and everything works out great.